Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to pack 11 and stage 103 of Build the Pocket Routemaster by Agora Models. Yeah, agoramodels.com are sponsoring this and the Blue Routemaster. The Blue Routemaster is behind me. Oh, somewhere behind there. Yeah, somewhere behind there, it's behind me. Anyway, you'll see that a bit later on during the week, I think. But up to now, today we're doing the Red Routemaster, and as I say, that'll be pack 11 and stage 103. I've got a couple of guests with me tonight, this evening, for doing the chat, etc., and keeping me awake. So, first one in the chat then, who's going to, first one of the guests then, who's come along to help me tonight is Geordie Dave.
Evening, everybody, and thanks for having us on, Dave.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on, Dave. Much appreciated.
I'm
So,
I'm going to do some of the chat. So let's. You know, wait. I've got my word in, Dave. Let's.
Yeah. Okay, and my second guest tonight is Max Modz.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. I'm back. Back on it again. So yeah, sorry about Friday, but sorry, Saturday. Saturday. I'm still knackered. But I had the pleasure, me and Yorkshire Crafter had the pleasure of travelling over to the east, and we went to see Dave and Christine yesterday. So that's why I couldn't make Horlix a stream. But yeah, fantastic day out we had yesterday. Well worth it.
We did. We had a lovely day, didn't we? So yeah, very memorable indeed. Yeah. So one of the things we did was we talked about buses and talked about models and what have you. And not many people have seen the finished articles in the cabinet, but Mark has, Julie has, and Horlix has as well. So yeah, they're very worthwhile seeing. Are the finished products of the fruit of our labours, aren't they? So as you know, me and Christine have been to Mark's, and we've seen Mark's models as well, and obviously they're worth seeing. So yeah, it does give you a bit of a boost, doesn't it? Sometimes when you see other people's models and you get a chance to have a chat and everything. So and yeah, we've been talking in the background, and we're going to have a meetup shortly, another meetup, and then we're going to have another meetup next year, and a couple of days out next year, and all that malarkey. So yeah, you'll no doubt all find out about that later on in the year, no doubt. Right, so we better crack on, that as Dave says then, and crack on with the chat, because there's loads of it.
Okay, right. Well, we're starting off with Pirate Kenneth. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well and having a fantastic day, and good luck with the build. Hi, Kenneth.
Hi, Kenneth. Thank you, Kenneth.
Then we have Warren James. Hi, all. Good luck tonight, Dave.
Hi, Warren.
Hi, Warren. Thank you.
And we have David Bassett. Good evening to Dave say, ding ding, and a good luck with your build and show tonight.
Hello, David.
Hello, David.
And we have Marie. Evening, everyone. Hi, Marie.
Hi, Marie. Nice to see you yesterday.
And we have Gillian Dot. Good evening, Dave. Mark. Good evening, Dave, Mark, and everyone in the chat.
Good evening, Gillian.
Just move this up a bit. Darth DMC. Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Darth.
Hi, Darth.
And we have Bookman Mania. Hi, all. Hi.
Hi, Book.
And we have Yorkshire Crafter. Evening, everyone. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
And Dee Harris, Warren James, and David Bassett. Good evening.
Good evening.
And good evening, everyone. Good luck with your builds, Dave. Have a great show, and a good evening to the hosts. Hi, Dave.
Hi,
good evening, Dave. Matt Builds.
And Dee says, Bookman's Models Mania. Good evening. And Dee says, good evening to Yorkshire Crafter. And good evening, Gillian Dots. And Horlix says, good evening, Dave.
Hello, Horlix.
Hello, Horlix.
Hi, Horlix.
Andy Harris says, evening at Darth DMC. Good evening. And Horlix says, hi, all in the chat. And D. Harris says, evening, Horlix. And Warren James says, evening, D. Harris. And Dave Mack, good evening, Warren James, David Bassett, Marie, Gillian, Dorth, Buckman's Model Mania, Yorkshire Crafter, and D. Harris, and Horlix. And Warren James, evening, Dave Mack Builds, Yorkshire Crafter, evening, D. Harris, and Dave Mack Builds. D. Harris, Dave Mack Builds, good evening. Horlix, hi D and Dave Mack, and Horlix, Maracas out.
Put him away. Nobody wants to see him.
And Crafty Chris, good evening, hosts. Warren, David Bassett, Mom, Gillian, Dorf, Book, Julie D, Dave Mack, and Horlix.
Hello,
Hi,
Dan.
Hi, Christine. And Dave Mack Builds, evening, Crafty Chris. And we'll have Jay's channel. Good evening, all. Hope everyone is okay and well.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
And we have Bookman's Model. Hey, Dave, watching you while still on the HCM stream.
Okay, thank you.
Crafty Chris, hi, Jay. D. Harris, evening, Mark and Geordie. Hi, D.
Hi, D.
D. Harris, evening, Crafty Chris. Yorkshire Crafter, evening, Crafty Chris. Peter Webster, evening, all. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
And Dave Mack Builds, evening, Peter Webster. And Ian Campbell. Hello, Dave, and Dave, and Sir Dave.
I'm not Dave. Hi, Ian.
Ian Campbell, hi, Chris, Julie, Mark, and D. And Peter Webster, hi, Mark, Geordie, D, and Dave S. Hi, Peter.
Hello.
Hi, Peter.
Horlix, isn't that the cabinet in the lounge? Amazing. At Julie's, Mark.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
And Ian Campbell, hi, Guy and Alex. God almighty, where's his chat going?
Oh, long way, yeah.
Dave Mack, evening, Ian Campbell. Peter Webster, hi, Ian. Alex Builds, hi, Dave, Mark, Chris, hi, everyone.
Hi,
Hi,
Alex.
Alex.
Hi, Alex. Peter Webster, hi, Alex. Ian Campbell, hi, Peter, and hi, Alex Builds. Peter Webster, hi, Dave Mack. God, any more? Thousands.
No.
Dave Mack, evening, Alex Builds. Peter Webster, hi, Julie. D, evening again, Ian Campbell and Peter Webster. Peter Webster, hi, Chris. Peter Webster, hi, Alex Builds. Yorkshire Crafter, evening at Horlix. Yeah, got an up close look at it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I've got that one in there.
Yeah, there was a gas from them both when I decided to take out both Man and Christine's out of the cabinet. So you're not going to do that, yes? I said, yeah, I am. There you are, straight in front of you.
Alex Builds, Dave Mack Builds. Hi, buddy. Hope you're well. I'm Peter Webster. Hi to D. Yorkshire Crafter, evening, Peter Webster. Alex Builds, I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'm Peter Webster. Hi, Jay. Peter Webster. Hi, Dorth. Alex Builds. Dave Mack Builds, I'm good, thanks, mate.
Jolly good.
Peter Webster, hi, Warren. And Bookman, not quite split personalities enough to watch and stream at the same time, just watching now.
No, I'm the same. I was exactly the same.
Ian Campbell, a breath, Dave. That's your job on its own.
Yeah.
Crafty Chris, hi, Peter, Ken, and Alex Builds.
Hello.
Peter Webster, hi, Bookman. Horlix, yeah, you're right there, Dave. Bookman, here, Peter. Warren, you Crafty Chris. Crafty Chris, hi, Ian. Yorkshire Crafter, evening, Ian Campbell. David Bassett. Good evening to all in chat, including Horlix, Geordie Dave, Mods, and Peter Webster.
Hello.
Ian Campbell, I love Skittles.
Yeah. They're actually for my diabetes in case my blood sugars go down too much.
Oh, heck.
Alex Bills, Ian Campbell, hi buddy. Peter Webster, hi David Bassett. Horlix, good evening, Alex Bills. I think you're deliberately doing this to me tonight. David Bassett, hi to Crafty Chris, Ian Campbell, D. Harrison, Yorkshire Crafter. Warren James, hi Peter. Yorkshire Crafter, evening David Bassett. And Ian Campbell, do we have any time left for the model? And we're throwing it at that, and Mark can do the next lot.
Okay, jolly good. Thank you ever so much.
I wasn't now.
You well deserved, yeah. So tonight then we're doing stage 103 of pack 11. Can't even get my words out tonight. Let's go full screen with that. I think it's full screen, is it? Oh, maybe not.
Hang on, I can do it.
Okay. Okay, so there we are. So we've got stage 103 of pack 11, fitting the outer panels and trims. Now, if you recall, we actually got the back roof panel in the last issue, so that was 102. So, and we didn't fit it. So we got that, and we got the strips and the screws to go with it. So, and in this pack, at this stage, we're getting the front corner panel there, the front left corner panel, and strips and screws. So that means tonight then we're going to have to do both these lot of panels together in this same stage. So the back panel is going to be screwed on, hopefully it'll line up and everything, to the framework at the back, and that'll finish the roof off entirely once we put the strips on the sides there and the strip around the back of the window. And that'll only leave the open back window, open emergency exit window, and at a later stage we'll get the emergency exit door to go on there. So also tonight we'll be putting on this front left corner panel, and it goes around the front of the corner there of the cab and up to the destination box. So, and we'll be putting that on with various screws and various strips as well, and hopefully that'll line up as well, all being well. There's a couple of JP screws to put in at the back, which I'm not sure if I've done, but I'll have a look before the end of the stream. And then tonight's stream will finish with the bus looking like that, with the rear roof panel put on and the front left corner panel put on, and a few strips. So hopefully that will be the end of tonight's build. Okay, so let me come out of that then and go back to StreamYard and go back to my camera, and I'll change my camera around, and then we'll have the bus on, shall we? Let's see what we're going to do on the parts, of course. So there we are.
I'll just catch up with this chat. So
yeah.
D. Harris says, "And breathe, Geordie." Horlix says, "Hi, Warren. How are you?" And D. Harris says, "Evening at David Bassett." And that is it, caught up for now.
Thank you very much indeed, guys. So, right. So I've got the light on, I've got the camera on, and here is the bus. It's on the Lazy Susan, so I can swing it around. So, and I've got my blocks, which are on the Lazy Susan somewhere. Yeah, I've got my blocks to block up the Lazy Susan. So they're just simple blocks of wood that I'm shaped to just to go under the Lazy Susan and stop it moving, and it then gives me a firmer base to work with this. So I'll be using the old Hachette Partworks instructions, which are exactly the same as the instructions I've just shown you on the Agora website, and you can download them on the Agora download section for Routemaster Pack 11. Okay, so what do we need then? Well, we need some strips, some screws, and on the panel itself, well, the strips and the screws are in the packet here. Okay, and which are at the side of me, and the panel is also down here, which is at the side of me. Okay, somewhere there. And oh, the television's lacking a bit. So I've got it on the television as well, so it's lacking a bit as the TV. So and then in this issue we also get a end cable as well that we can actually use if we wish. And the end cable is for this one that's going down here, this side here, to lengthen it. And that's to bring that cable on the outside of the framework instead of being on the inside of the other framework. And if you was watching the last time, I don't actually need this cable. And that's because I've managed to put the cable in that side of the framework without cutting the wire, and I've tested it as well. So I have this spare, but I may use this on the other build actually. So and that's because I might be doing something special on the other build. Also, I've got my Panelwork Upgrades special build mat, special small build mat. So I'll be using that, and of course it's in my logo there of DS Models and Vintage. And yeah, you can get one of these, but it'll be after Christmas now that they'll be taking orders at Panelwork Upgrades. But if you want to pop along to Panelwork Upgrades, see what they have available, in my channel link down below in the video description, you'll find panelworkupgrades.com, and that's where you go find them and see what they have on offer for this beautiful model. And they have lots of things on offer for not only this, but lots and lots and lots of Panelwork models. So, right. Oh, I'll try not to knock the camera again. And I've got to be careful with this camera because it's only just holding on for some reason. It's so if it drops off suddenly, I'll have to re-glue it back on. Dear oh dear. Right. Okay, let's crack on then. So the first bit that we need, according to the instructions then, is the panel, and the panel needs to go on the back end here of the bus. Okay, now I'm going to have to stand up here, and I'm going to have to have a look at how it's fitting, and then I'm going to have to get some screws out and some various screwdrivers and various bits and pieces that we might need for putting this together, such as my oil. And I've got my little oil tub, which is absolutely brilliant. So basically you push that down like that, it pumps oil from the bottom here up into the top. You just flick the lid open and you have a well of oil there in the top that gradually seeps back down into the well, and so you don't have it permanently there. So I've got some oil to put on the screws because these screws are going into metal, aren't they? Okay, so I'm hoping that the camera isn't too blurry. I'm stood back from it a little bit now, and I'm hoping that we can actually get some focus in before I start looking at it and seeing whether it's actually lined up or not. So I'm just going to look carefully. Yeah, you have to make sure that it's 100% lined up all the way around. And thankfully, this looks so far as though it is. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to pop a few screws in, and then we'll crack on. And if there's any chat, that can be brought up in a second. And then what I'm going to tell you guys is, whilst you're doing this, take your time. And I say take your time, and that's because this panel is beautiful, or it is when it's not got my mucky fingerprints all over it. So, and they do scratch very, very easily. So please be very, very careful and take your time. There is no rush at all getting this panel on. All these strips, just take your time and do it one by one. And hopefully you won't end up with any scratches. So, yeah.
Right, well, Warren James says, I'm fine, thanks, Horlix. And Horlix says, good. And that's all the chat.
Jolly good.
Quick and easy. So my advice would be, let the screwdriver do the work. Don't put any unnecessary pressure on the screws.
That's correct, yeah. Yeah, let the screwdriver do the work. So, it tells you to screw these in at the top first, and these are, you know, just going in where the joint is at the top there, and then we'll work around the panel with the strips and everything. But it says put one side in first, but I'll start right in the middle, and then I sort of work my way out to each side. But whichever way you do it, it's entirely up to you. It's your model at the end of the day, and I suppose we all have our own way of doing it, don't we? So yeah, just gentle away, popping the screws in. I'm not going to put all the screws in, guys, because we'll be here all night otherwise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put as many in as I can get in the time allowed, just so that it won't move when I put the other strips on. So I may leave a couple out here, there and everywhere, but I want to get it so it won't move. And now I know it's all lined up, or it was all lined up. So let me just check that again. Yeah, that's not too bad. Check that side. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, right. So I'm going to leave it at that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 screws missing out that top, which I will put in later on. And for now, I'm going to leave it like that. And that's because I'm going to go back to the instructions, and I'm going to start putting the hockey sticks on, we call them, each side, and the one right over here. Okay. Now, from experience, I've put this one over the emergency exit on first before today. And if I've got it in with a couple of screws, then I've gone onto the hockey stick ones on the sides. So what I may do is I may just pop a couple of screws in this piece just to hold it in position while I get the hockey sticks in position too. So again, they're only NM screws. You'll be absolutely fed up of NM screws now, because for the most part, the NM screws is what we're using. The very tiny NM screws. So yeah, you will be fed up of them before the end of the build. I can probably guarantee that. But having said that, you know, that's what they are fixed in with. So okay, so nice and gentle. Try and get one in as best you can. Once you've got one in, don't tighten it thoroughly, and then you can actually move this strip a little bit around to get things a bit more lined up. So, and I can tell you that obviously doing this live, or even if you're doing this recorded, is quite difficult. And, you know, it's not the easiest of jobs to do. So, but yeah, take your time with it. There is no rush whatsoever.
I got a slight little tip on that one. Is if you're wanting to line your strips up, I think I used a magnet to line mine up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, at least it won't go anywhere, will it? Because
it keeps it in place so it doesn't move anywhere while you're getting them first few screws in.
Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah, because obviously with them being metal strips and the magnet being obviously magnetized, etc., that's what it'll be doing, won't it?
Mm.
So yeah, and as you can see, I'm not screwing them right in home. I'm not using any force or anything. I'm just taking my time, dipping them into the oil, and then onto the panel and screwing them in as best you can. There will be clicking and such like, because obviously they'll be going into the whole seating. So, and I can tell you on the back here, you've got a lot more screws to go in, especially around the destination panel and all the strips, etc. So it's worthwhile just taking your time and just getting them in nicely. So I'm just going to get this one in, go around a couple of these and tighten them, and just to make sure everything's in the right place. I'll drop this one a couple more screws in, and then I'll go on to the side hockey stick ones. And then I'll show you also how we're calling them hockey stick ones. Okay, let's get that one in. Yeah, nicely. Tighten that one up a little bit. And instead of being here for hours, I'm going to be here just for a few minutes and saying, mate, there's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 screws need to go in there. So I'm going to leave that one okay for now and then move on to the hockey sticks. So, jolly hockey sticks. What's a hockey stick? Okay. So we've got 2 of them each side. So basically these are just shaped strips. Okay. And what does it remind you of? Yes, it reminds you of a hockey stick. So, because it's that shape, obviously. So, yeah, jolly hockey sticks. There's obviously 1 for each side, and they're obviously what we call idiot proof. So if one doesn't fit one side, one will definitely fit the other side. They are handed, of course, aren't they? Left and right handed. So that's where they go on there. And I'm going to slightly move the bus around so you can see on the camera. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of shunting around, including moving some rubbish out of the way. And then I can hopefully get it on the camera a bit more. So I don't know, you might be able to see what's happening. Okay, so again, I'm going to be putting this on there, and that's the wrong one. I'm going to be putting this one on there. Let me load my screwdriver up with a screw and get some oil on it, and then I'll get it in position. And hopefully, with the back of the panel and the front of the panel being lined up, hopefully these side ones will line up too. So if they don't, then we're going to have to loosen a few off and try and get it into play. Now I'm working against my own light here, guys, so I'll have to turn the light out. And
actually, that makes it better.
Pardon?
That makes it better.
That makes it better, does it? Oh, yeah, jolly good.
With the light reflecting off the bus, it was sort of see what you were doing.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't know whether there was or there wasn't, so yeah, that's good. And I know I've got it on the telly screen in front of me, but it's just a few seconds behind for some reason. So, goodness me, get on the screwdriver. Okay, come on. I'll get lined up. Again, the first few seconds that you take lining everything up is more important than anything else. So just nice and steady, and then pop your screw in. Okay, I've not tightened that all the way, so there is a little bit of movement on it, but now I'm going to load my screw up with some more screws and get some more screws in. So, but the logistics of this is that the screw pot is at the other side, the oil's at the other side, and I'm having to lean in between the camera wire and a few other things. So obviously it's not easy doing it online, live. But obviously, as long as I'm giving you guys the idea of what's what and what's needed to do a nice neat job, that's the main. And again, I'm not going to put all the screws in this. I'll just put a few in, just making sure that the strip seats nicely most of the way down. And then we'll go on to the other side. So, and if I've got time at the end of the stream, then before you go or before I go, and I might just finish off with a few screws. It depends on how the chat is. Oh, come on. Come on, get in there. There we are. So, yeah, and obviously I've got my nice cloth here on the top as well. This is my glasses cleaning cloth. So spectacle cleaning cloth from the opticians. So, and that's the best thing out for polishing your paint work on this lovely bus. And it doesn't get snagged by the screws or anything, and makes a nice neat job as well. So that going to go in there. I'm not sure whether that one's going to go in. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's going. Okay. It's going. Okay, so I'll get a couple more in there, and then we'll move on to this side. Okay, yeah, so bit of a chill out stream, really. Nothing rushed, nothing ventured. So it's just a bit awkward for me leaning over the model and putting these in and getting them in the right place for you guys. You've probably seen the telly as well, are you? In the background. Are you seeing the telly, Mark and Dave?
No.
No? No. You can just see the bus. Because where the camera's pointing, it's like pointing near to the telly, so. But it's me on the television anyway, so.
Okay, we've got a comment from Rachel Harris saying, "Hi everyone, how's the bus coming along?"
Hello, Rachel. Yeah, the bus is coming along absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, we're on stage 103, and we're just doing the hockey sticks around the side here that holds this rear roof panel on. So yeah, glad you've come along.
Yeah, welcome to the stream.
And yeah, I'm just showing people how I just gently put these screws in, and I'm not putting them all in because obviously nobody wants to see 300 screws being put in all at once, do they? So I'm just giving you the idea how I do it. So that's that hockey stick on. There's 1, 2, is there 3? No, there's 1, 2 screws missing off that hockey stick, which I'll put in later on. So let's move around now to the other hockey stick at the other side, and then we can move on to the front bit. So turn the lazy Susan around, move it further around, I think, and move the camera, and then I may need to make sure that the camera is okay or not. I know it's out of focus at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah, a little bit. We've got a little bit more chat. I think Peter Webster's corrected himself in the next one. So he says, "Hi, Rachel. Oops, Rachel, bloody autocorrect." And
No.
oh, sorry.
Okay.
D. Harris says, "Evening, Rachel Harris. Good evening and welcome." And Buck says, "I want to watch 300 screws being put in. I need to know what I am in for on my build, LOL."
Yeah, well,
in for putting 300 screws in.
You're not only in for putting 300 screws in, you do know that there is 3,000 screws.
3,000 didn't it altogether?
Yeah. 3,000 screws in this build altogether. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Nice and gentle. Half the secret is getting the screw started in the first place.
Yeah, I watched this, you know, it makes me miss building mine.
Yeah, it's. I think this is the. I mean, yeah, I'm putting pressure on because it's on a loud stream. But if you're building this, you know, in your own time and all the rest of it, it's actually very, very pleasurable to build, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm giving a false sense of security with it, really, by saying, yeah, there's a lot of pressure on. Well, there is a lot of pressure on anybody that's building it live. But the build itself is absolutely superb. So relaxing. Whoops. So relaxing. and what have you. It really is superb. I don't think that's going to go in there somehow. It's maybe not lined up.
All the clicks and clicks it makes when it's pulling together.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Just get another screw.
It literally talks to you as it's pulling itself together.
Yeah, that's what it does, doesn't it? Come on, Mac.
Book says, I did a little bit of the same today on the Hobby Time Modeler stream. I built all the seats for the second level rather than on my stream. Yeah,
I actually saw that, and I thought, yeah, what a fantastic thing to do. And that's, I've done this with this, and obviously Christine helped me, didn't she, with building these seats for this one. And yeah, that's what I've done before, is to just save a little bit of time, because as you say, who wants to, once you've built one seat, you've built them all, haven't you? They're all exactly the same. Certainly are. Yeah, it's going in. Charlie, good. Okay, get a couple more in.
Would you build one, Mark? I know you built some of a one and sold it, but would you build a one from the beginning?
I don't know. I really don't know. Probably if you asked me while I was looking at Dave's cabinet yesterday, I probably would have said yes, but you know, because they do look absolutely fantastic in the cabinet, but I don't know.
If I had the money, I'd probably look at building another one and doing it a different colour.
Mm.
Yeah, what colour would you do it then, Dave?
Well, I'd probably look at maybe, because the London Transport done a silver Jubilee one.
Yes.
So I could go silver, or you could go London Transport green.
Yes. Yeah, you could.
You know, because unfortunately up in the northeast here where I lived, they didn't have the Routemaster like that. Northern had the Routemaster, but it was the front loader.
Yes, it was front entrance, wasn't it?
So I couldn't do a one of, yeah, I could have done a what if.
Yeah.
And done a one if, you know, I could have done a what if Newcastle Corporation had bought a Routemaster and the cut and done it the Newcastle Corporation colours, but it would be a what if bus. It would be something that's existed.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Whereas if you look at something like this, the Jubilee ones or the green ones or the gold one for the golden. Yeah,
so do you actually know does anybody know if they did one, or there was going to do one for the Platinum Jubilee? Or was there nothing made for that at all?
They did, but they didn't do it on a Routemaster. They did it on a modern London bus.
Yes, I thought
was it one of the modern Routemasters, or was it just a normal bus?
It was one of the modern ones. But it wasn't painted, it was a vinyl wrap they put on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Boris Master, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they did. You're right there. So, and it was it purple and silver, was it?
I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, purple and silver, I believe it was.
Yeah, I think nowadays instead of painting, they just put wraps on them now.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Simple as it's cheaper to do.
Wants to run away, does this screw? Let's see if we can get it in. There we go, she's going in.
Right, we've got a bit more chat. I'll just catch up with it.
No, yeah, I've got all them in, so I'm going to carry on going across the roof now.
Okay. So Rachel Harris says, Mark, how's your Titanic build coming along? Very fiddly at the moment because it's all engine work, but I'm getting there with it slowly and surely. Horlix says, Pride colours, smiley face.
Yeah.
And Horlix says hi to Rachel. Crafty Chris has put a pride flag up.
Yeah.
And then Rachel Harris says hi to Horlix. And Darth DMC says, I've seen a green Routemaster, but it had 4 headlights.
Yes. Yeah. And that'll be the RMC, the RM coaches. So, yeah, because as well as the service bus, which this is, they had coach versions of this model, of this bus in real life. So they had coach seats, you know, and faster back axles and all that malarkey, you know. They had better specs, and they had doors across the platforms as well, so they could keep the draft out for the passengers, and the nice coach seats, etc. So yeah, the RMCs, the coaches,
they would have had 4 because they'd have to have high beam headlights on, wouldn't they? Because you don't really need them on a London bus because you're driving around lit up areas all
That's
evening.
right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And as I say, the green ones were sort of the suburbs, weren't they, out of London?
Yeah, the country areas. Yeah, I'm going to just see if I can put up this a little bit to try and get it to line up, because this one isn't lining up at all. So it's very difficult. I'm leaning across the camera wire here, and I may have to do this after the stream. See if I can get it in. It's always the last ones that are tricky ones, isn't it? Always the last ones that are tricky. It's going. Yeah, you see, that's just a dumb screw, and I'm a qualified engineer, so like, it's got no chance, has it? Right. Okay, so let's turn this around then. See if we can go this way a little bit more. And what we got here? We've got these other ones up this side, haven't we? So move the camera there. Okay, a few more NM screws. So I'm getting dry. Thirsty work is this?
Thirsty work watching.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Peter Webster says, I got the next gift with the VW bus, a sweet enamel VW bus cup.
Oh, an enamel bus cup, eh?
Mm.
I got this one's Dodge Charger for my son, because I'm building that for my son, and that come with a backpack.
Yeah, that's so that's come with a cup as well.
I'll come with a backpack.
A backpack.
Right.
All right.
He's had a Fast and Furious T-shirt, Fast and Furious cup, a little battery bank, Fast and Furious, and then a backpack come with this lot.
Brilliant. Okay. So again, it's going to want swizzling round. See if we can get it started. Oh yes. Yeah.
I've had all the gifts for the Eddies now, have we?
I can't remember, to be honest, Dave. I can't remember. That one, just one on there. And a couple on the top. Yeah, no, I can't remember. So, with the Eddies, we got the screwdriver set.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a binder.
Free Dolly. The Dolly truck.
Right. Yeah, dolly truck, yeah. Yeah, so I think we might have had everything that we're entitled to.
We've had every gift for the Titanic build. I know that.
Oh yeah.
That's behind the Eddie, so
yeah. One more. Okay. So you see, when you really don't want to do something live on stream, and someone says it's here to see 300 screws being screwed in, it makes me do it, you see. So we'll blame Buck, shall we? No, honestly, it's no trouble, but to me, it's an absolute pleasure. So we've got all them, and them. We've got that one. Yes, we've got that one. Right, we've got 1, 2 to put in there, and I think that's it. Okay, let's have a go then. So 2 more, and then we've got the front panels to do. So, and up to now, I've just lost 1 NM screw. It flipped off my screwdriver as I got it to the panel.
You've probably got millions of them.
Yeah, I have.
No, the buses you built, you must have millions spare them.
I've got a fair few knocking about. Yeah, that's true. I was very careful when we built the first 2, because obviously, we didn't know whether we was going to get any more screws or anything, and I thought, oh goodness me, the tiny screws of these, better not lose them. And it's going in or not? I'm not sure that this is going in, guys. And it isn't. We're going to take this one out and have a quick look and see where it is. Yeah. Okay. See if I can centralize it a little bit. Not that screwdriver. Where's my thin one? There we are. Let's have a little pokey tool just to try and centralize it a little bit, a tiny bit, to get your screw in.
Darth DMC says, Stobart gifts all done. Dolly model was the last one.
Yeah.
And Peter Webster says, I'm hoping to get my next Eddie pack this week.
Right. It's not going to go in that one. It certainly can't be lined up. Let's try it that way a little bit. No. Not liking it in that one. Let's have a look again. See if I can get my light around it a little bit. It's in danger of falling over, is my light. Right. Okay. See if we can centralize it a little bit. Could be the fact that the panel wants pushing that way just a tad. Okay.
I'm thinking of fishing out with fishing. It sounds good. With fishing headlight for when I'm doing models.
There we are. That's nice. That's got it.
Because
Your fishing headlight.
Right? Because of the,
yeah.
Especially when you're working on like black on black.
Yes. Absolutely.
It would light it up better.
Yeah, absolutely. It would, wouldn't it? Right, guys. So that is every one of them screws in, I do believe. And so I'm just going to finish it off with a quick polish off with this rag. And get the most of my finger marks off it at least. Because it would be a shame to have a lot of my finger marks on that lovely panel. Okay, and then I can show you it off then. And I can also tell you what I'm going to do with the screw heads as well. Because you'll also get one of the screw heads that are that's one the paint off, shall we say, with the screwdriver. And that's inevitable. You won't be able to help that at all. And I use Tamiya X7 to actually just paint on top of the screw heads, and I just dab the I just literally just dab the screw head with a touch of paint on my paintbrush on each one. So once you've got them all in. So what I use is Tamiya X7 red, and make sure you give it a good stir in very, very good steering. So, and as I say, go over all your screws again, make sure they're all tight, nice and tight, and all down. And then in the screw head themselves, you'll see that you've marked it with your screwdriver. You've actually marked inside the screw. So you only need a very, very tiny paintbrush, and you need the smallest bit of red paint just to blob on each one. It's very time consuming. You have to be very patient when you do that. It's best if you've got a lazy Susan to work on, because then you can swing it around. And it's a very light touch of the paint. Don't get too much on, otherwise the paint will run off your screw head and down the strip, and it'll ruin your model. Just get the tiniest bit in the center of the screw, where you've marked the screw with your screwdriver, and it will pay you dividends. So that's Tamiya X7 red. Okay, that's
I've put that in the chat. So if people are wanting to write it down, I've already put it in the chat for everybody.
Okay, thank you. That's important. Right, I'm going to actually move this bus around now because I'm going to be working on the front end. So I need to just have a bit of a move around. And there we are. And it's quite easy to move around because obviously it's on a lazy Susan. So it's just a case of pulling it in the right position. And hopefully I can get the camera to bring it up without too much bother again. So I do want to be a little bit further down, I think. About there somewhere. So, and light on or off, guys? What do you think?
Off.
Yeah, it seems okay. Like
it seems okay like that. Okay, it seems a bit dark to me.
Usually when you turn the light on, it reflects off either the windows or the top corner.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? So, and I'm also trying not to belch as well because I've just recently had some tea. So, okay. Right, so what do we need now then? Well, we need the next issue opening, don't we? The next stage. So I'm just going to get my little parts mat down there and get the next issue, which is in this issue actually, 103. So it's all in together like this in the packaging. So excuse the squeakiness of the packaging that's opening. So yeah, in this package then we've got the corner panel, we've got the strips, and then the screws underneath here, underneath the panel. So let's get that panel out. Yeah, we've got the screws in there as well. So the metal panels, obviously, and that's what's absolutely brilliant about this bus. They are metal panels. We've got a strip with a cutout bit on it, which is there. Okay, and this one with the cutout bit will be coming around this corner. Okay, and then you've got a flat strip, which is wider than average. Okay, and that will be going at the front there over the destination board and the corner of that panel there. And then you've got two strips themselves, and they are numbered. So there's one and then two, and they'll be going down the sides of the bus. Okay, so I'll put them on my build mat. And then we've got some screws. We've got some NM screws, which is the small red ones. We've got some JP screws, and we've got some KM screws. Now the KM screws go on this destination front here, and they will be replacing the ones that's holding it in now. Okay, so I'm also going to make sure that the strip here hasn't got a screw in there, and it hasn't got a screw in there, and that's because that panel lip will just sit under that strip slightly, so it needs to be gripped in there with the strip and the screw. Okay, I'm just going to undo that screw a little bit then. So I've got some wriggle room on there. Take these screws out if I've put any in, and I haven't put any in that side. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that that fits in there nicely again, which I do believe it does. And yeah, I think it does. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the instructions and have a look at the instructions and see what you have to do next. So we've done all the back paneling. So again, it's turning the page on your instructions, and it's saying to me that I have to take the KM screws out of here. Well, I've already done that, and it's then saying that we have to put this corner panel on, and then we have to put this little strip on with the cutout bit in to hold the panel in place, whilst we get the screws in. So the little cutout bit on the strip goes downwards. So that needs to go on there. You need to work out where this is going to go around here, and it goes downwards. So, but it also goes on the panel as well. So I'm looking on the panel and on the instructions, and I've worked out that it's on the top of the yellow strip. What's that noise? I can hear a noise. What's the noise? I think it's me. I've got a bit of an echo somewhere.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit odd, isn't it?
Mm.
So it goes on the top of the strip like that, and
I'm not picking the echo.
no, it's very strange, Dave, at this end. It's all right. I'll manage. It's only an echo. Sorry, I'm pulling your leg. So a little bit of oil on the screw, and get this on here, top of the strip then, and line it up with the top of the strip, put the panel on, and then it needs to go on there. So we're lining the panel up, making sure it goes nicely around the corner, making sure that these holes line up just above the strip here, and I'm going to put this in with one screw just in there if I can. So yeah, I think it's going in. Yeah, it's going in. So that's in nicely. So that's in there nicely, and then I'm going to read the instructions then to carry on this panel to get it all sorted. So yeah, I need 3 screws in there, 3 NM screws, and then we can actually carry on putting this bit of the strip on with another 3 screws. Okay, before we move on anything else. So just find me NM screws. All right, I'm using up all the NM screws in this separate bag from before, so that I don't have loads of bags of NM screws all over the place, partly used, if you see what I mean. Again, once you've got them in, make sure it goes in, and you don't have to tighten it right up right now. You can always go back and do that later on, but a little bit of oil does help with this stage of the build, popping on all these panels, because you are screwing into the metal framework. So when it lines up, that is it going to go in? Please go in. No, it's not going in that one, so it can't be lined up. Okay, so I'm just going to take that screw out and have a little look and see what lining up problems I have. Aha, right, okay. Little screwdriver again just to do a pokey. Okay. And then pop the screw, try and pop the screw back in. Again, guys, patience is going to be your virtue. And that's still not going in. You can more or less tell instantly if the screw is going to go into the hole and that isn't going to go into the hole. So I'm going to try and take it out and just try it again. Oh, here comes the cookout. Where would the stream be without a cuckoo? Okay. Straight up in that direction. Still not going to go. No, I'm going to have to come back to that one, guys, and find my little pokey screwdriver thing and try and get that in.
Okay. Peter Webster says, I'm going to go now. All have a great night and stay safe. I'll see you soon. Night all. Night, Peter.
Night, Peter.
Okay, good night, Peter. Take care now.
Dave McBill says night to Peter. And D. Harris says, chat takes up most of the build, LOL.
Yeah. Well, of course, yeah. So it's so entertaining, I suppose, which is great. It's nice. It's nice to have you guys along, chatting as you do. This would be a bit of a boring world for me if I was just plodding along by myself, I think. Yeah, I've got that one in, that one in, that one in. And I suppose we'll go around the corner with this one then, do we? Let's have a look at the instructions. Yeah, we better read them first. So, screw. Yeah, let's have a quick look. Yeah, one in there, two in there, one in there, yes. Okay, so around the jolly owner. See if we can get this one in. Now, this is going to be interesting, guys, because I remember this from before. It's rather interesting getting this one into the corner, especially if you can't get it lined up. But thankfully, we've got it lined up.
Okay.
All the way around the corner.
Dee says night to Peter, and Rachel Harris says bye everyone, nice show, and I'll see you on the next live stream. So good night, Rachel. Thank you for joining us.
Good night, Rachel. Take care now.
Dee Harris says night to Rachel.
Okay, jolly good. So I'm going to get this one in round the corner as well while I'm here. Okay, let's see if we can get this one in round the corner. Keep the tension on it, pop the screw in, and hopefully it'll go in. Hopefully. It'll go in if I get it in the down hole, won't it?
They're the ones I hated.
Round the corners, yeah, the pesky little things they are, aren't they? Round the corners. Pesky.
There's a little trick I think we did at the time was you put it on round the corner and then you had more on the other side so that it would bend easier.
That's right, yeah, we did. And this one's not lined up as well, so that's going to be a troublesome one as well with the other one. Let's have another look around this corner. See if I can get round. I've got a problem with it. With my chair, the wire, the camera, the bus. Yeah. I'll try and blame my tools instead of my ability, shall I? Come on then. It's promising, but it didn't want to go in. So no, I'm going to have to look at lining that up as well. Again, off camera, I think. Let's try again in a second. Where's my other? If I can find out where the hole is in there. All right, I see. Yeah. I see. Let's get that around there. And then put that up in that direction. Come on. Come on, get in there. I don't want to go in there. No. It does not want to go in there, doesn't that one? Come on. Play ball. No. That one does not want to go in there. Okay. No, I'll have to do that off camera because that's just a bit difficult to do.
The screw hole, as a screw hole lined up, is it?
No, not quite. It's that I need pressure on there, and I need to push that down there, and I need another hand up there. So
maybe when you get the other panel.
yeah,
Right.
when I get these other strips on, I think it'll line up actually, Dave.
Yeah.
I think that's when it'll actually line up. So right, let's have a look at the other strips then, shall we, and see if it will help us out on this rather difficult issue. Okay, so what we're going for next then? We're going for these strips along the sides here. Okay. And again, I'm going to be struggling with my camera and my chair and doing this live, but yeah, we'll try. See what we can do. So a good old NM screw, a little bit of oil on it, and pick up a strip, and we'll check where this strip fits. And these two strips are going to have loose ends. So, and one of the ends, I do believe, is it? Yeah, let's have a look and see if they're different. So we've got A182 and we've got A182. So they're exactly the same, these ones. And what we found before was that the ends would just go on there and meet up with the other ends, wouldn't they? You pop that in the middle, see where it goes. Get it started that one. Yeah, straight in, see? So, okay. And then I'll pop another screw in so it doesn't swing down.
Are they the ends that are they got it? It's like an angle at the end. So
no, there was the higher up ones.
Right.
Yeah, there was the higher up ones, but yeah, these haven't got no angled ends on them. So these two strips.
That strip, so that strip that goes around the corner should line up straight with it.
Yeah, it should do. Yeah. Once we get these in, so I've just put a couple of screws in there for now. Put another one in. And then,
I remember when Steve-O was putting them strips in. Remember he was using some little pins.
Yeah, he was using some little pins to push some 1mm pins to line everything up, and that's where I haven't got my 1mm pins to put them in. So yeah, never mind. So yeah, maybe I ought to find them out for next stream.
We do the rest. It's just another. Yeah. It's just another way to help you guys. When you put the 1mm pins in, that line helps you line your strips up.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just like
while you're putting the screws in.
A very thin nail, wasn't it? So let's pop this on there then. Make sure it goes the right way. Yeah, we had the numbers at this end, didn't we? And it seems to work that way on this. But you may need to turn the strip over depending on where it sits.
I'm going to make a cup of tea.
You're going to make a cup of tea?
Oh, do you want one?
Yeah, not sugars, please. Yeah, that'd be great.
Christine, make your man a cup of tea.
No, you're all right, darling. You'll sit there and watch in the background just in case there's any business going on with any channel hopping things. Any spam, yeah. Well, here we go. Okay, this will line up a lot better once these are in. I can more or less guarantee it. Already getting the idea of the strips on here now with the yellow band and everything of the bus, which looks absolutely superb. So yeah, another one on there, I think. Yeah, another one. Pop another one in. Okay. All right, put that in there. Like that. Okay. And then let's have a look and see if that's lined up. Yeah, I'll have to get my little torch and have a look in that hole, I think, to find out where the hole is for that. Not very bright in that corner, that dark corner. And things you can't help when you've got a dark corner when you can't get a light in there because obviously you're trying to stream to you guys. So where's my screws out? Right, they're coming out of the bag there. They are. So we've got 4 screws in each one of them now, and what the instructions say is that just come out of this a bit and see if my camera will make it a bit better.
It's red on cameras, Dave. It messes with cameras. Does the colour red?
Yeah.
That's a bit better.
Is that a bit better?
Yeah.
It might be the arm in the way as well, so let's try and shock it into. Okay. Right, so the instructions tells you not to go further than this one, and that is because we're going to have loose ends here of the strips, and you don't want them screwing in, and that's because you're going to need to slide a panel behind them later on. So you're going to have 2 loose strips here, and the best way to deal with that, guys, is to take a bit of your favourite tape and just tape across it so that the loose ends don't get snagged on anything in between your builds from now and when you next build. So for now, I'm just going to put that little bit of tape over there, which keeps them ends out the way, close to the bus. I think we can put another 2 in, can't we? Yes, we can put another 2 in there. Yeah, we can. Just right at the end of the yellow band here.
Okay, well, a little bit more chat. Dave Matt Bill says, I'm going to say goodnight, guys. You're doing a grand job, Sir Dave. I'll catch up tomorrow. See you on the next one. Night all in chat. Good night, Dave Mac.
Good night, Dave. Take care now. Thank you.
D. Harris says good night to Dave Mac. Crafty Chris says good night to Dave Mac. And D. Harris says pick good now.
Picture good now, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Jolly good. Okay, I'm still trying to get this corner screw in. So just trying to give it another go. And here, presto, there you go. That corner screw is now in. Okay. The corner screw is now in. So, and then there's only one more on that strip to do.
Well, did that corner screw line up?
Yeah.
I thought once you got that in, it might have.
Yeah. It's just a case of lining all these up. You see, once you get these others in, they'll line up all around the rest of the panel perfectly, or at least it should do. Yeah, it's gone in nicely. Actually, that screw right in the corner there, nice and flat. So what do we have to do now then? Well, that's it for that side. You don't do anything up here at the minute, but in the next panels that we will get some top strips that go across here as well. So we'll get 3 lots of strips. We'll get strips here, strips down here. We'll get lots of strips. So that we'll have to put in the next issues. So what do we have to do now? We have to turn it round just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. And we get this strip here, the wide strip that goes alongside the destination blend plastic one and clips this to that panel to make it more or less seamless. So what do you have to do? Well, you have to turn it around to make sure you get it the right way around with the panels. So make sure it all lines up with the holes because they'll either go one way or another way. And I'm pretty sure they go that way. Yeah, looks like it goes that way. And we get some separate screws for this. We get KM screws. So yeah, good old KM screws. And these are longer actually. And that's because they've got to go through the plastic before they go into the metal frame. So if I get into the bag of the KM screws, goodness me. Feel weak as a kitten tonight. Okay. Another slap of the old tie. And let's see where we can go from here. Oh, got the wrong screwdriver as well. Goodness me. What am I like? Okay. So again, make sure the plan's up. That should fit in there nicely. I'll go for the middle-ish one first. Bit of oil on it. Let's see if we can start screwing away to get this in. It's going in. It's going. It's going very nicely, actually. There we are. Pick up the screwdriver. So that's one. We've got another 3 to do. There. Bit of oil. Go for the top one next time. Come on. Seated in there. There we go. Nicely. Yeah. Let's go in. Okay, and then we'll go for the bottom one. You can hear it cracking and creaking as well, so it's popping into position as we're working down the strip, which is rather good because you need it to pop into position. So 3 in this, another 1, and then I think we've got one in that other strip as well, haven't we? In there. Oh, excuse me, that's my team. Okay, get in there. And that one. Yep, and that one. Okay, nice and even now to get them something like all the way down. And then nice and even across the top. Okay, and that one. And that one. And that one. Yep, and then that's that side completely done, apart from one NM screw, which is right there in that corner. Okay, so we'll try and get that one in as well, and that should be lined up now. Should be. Oh, moving on my lazy Susan. And that's not going in. Try pointing it down a bit. Is it going to go in that way? I think it might actually. Yes, it's going. There we are. It's lined up now and it's gone in nicely. So that's that one. Just make sure that one's nice and tight. Yeah. And that one. Yep. Okay. So there we have our stages and issues for tonight. So we've done issue, or should I say stage 103, and that's in pack 11. We've done this corner panel by putting these strips around here and these 2 strips on there. This strip around here is finishing it off. This strip down here alongside the destination blind, which is KM screws. All the rest are NM screws. We will get the rest of the strips in the next packs. And you'll see that the top end of this panel is loose. Yeah, try not to snag it out of the way. And then obviously put a bit of tape on here as well to keep these 2 strips from bending back out again, because you need to keep an eye on them. So, and then we've done the back panel. So, and the back panel on this was within issue, goodness me, issue 103, stage 103. So we've done all the back panel. All the screws are all in all the way around, all the way around on the hockey sticks and all across the roof here, that side, and all the hockey sticks around this side. So yeah, all done and dusted. So that's stage 103 done. And so yeah, the next stage will be 104. And I do believe that will be more panel work. So it's a later date. So I'm going to leave that like that. And then I'm going to just try and get my camera back on. And then I'll come back on with you guys. So if you want to bring up a bit of chat, Mark or Geordie Dave.
Yep, okay. Just one, Crafty Chris saying looking good.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Right. So
You need to she'll catch up later because that iPad went dead on her.
right, okay, thank you. So just got to go back to my camera. Come on, camera. See if it'll go back. There we are. So I thought I'd had a trouble then with my camera. So there we are. So yeah, jolly good. All done and dusted. So I'm not that out now. What looks so pale. Yeah, stage 103. Let's have a look at this. Go full screen and we'll go on there. So that's the finished view of tonight's stream. So we've got the front panel on there, the front corner panel and the back rear panel, and everything lands up nicely. So stage 104 then is fitting the other side front corner panel and trims, and you'll notice in this stage that there is lots of other strips. So there's 2, 4, 5, 6 strips and KM screws and NM screws, and then the corner panel itself. So, and that should be quite an easy issue really. It's just pretty much a mirror image of the other side, but also you'll get the bottom strip as well that goes on underneath the cab there. Sorry, on top of the cab, where the cab goes, underneath the destination bland, which is like a finishing strip. So, and then you get the finishing strip on the destination bland, and then all the strips for that corner panel for stage 104. 105 will be the rear destination, and the rear destination will be also fixing the electric destination in, and we'll be fixing that to the bus and then boxing it all in together with all these strips and screws. You'll notice that we've got BP screws, NM screws, and NM screws cream as well as the red ones. So yeah, and yeah, that'll be 105. So I might do them 2 issues together a bit later on in the week, and hopefully I'll let you know if I do. Okay, so sit full screen, and that should be all 3 of us back on the screen again. Yeah, I think so. That's it. Goodness me. That's another couple of issues out the way then. Actually, it's only 1 issue. It's only 1 stage, but it's more or less 2 stages because they've got 2 lots of panels that we've had to put in. A panel from the last time around and 2 panels from, panel this time around. So, right. Okay. Next stream then is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And it should be the Disney Doll's House with Crafty Chris and Yorkshire Crafter. So that's the Disney Doll's House tomorrow evening. Is there anything on after them?
No.
No?
No, there's nothing.
Okay, so Tuesday will be the Edit Stobad with Christine. That's on Crafty Chris's channel and the Yorkshire Crafter's channel and Dave and my channel. Well, and she'll be doing the Eddie Stobad build, and that will be on at 7 p.m. And then it's 8 p.m. Dave, you'll have it shown?
Yep, Titanic.
Yeah, Titanic. 33. So that'll be on Geordie Dave's channel and Danno's Universe channel. So 33, did you say?
Yeah.
All the 3s.
33, start of the neck. Doing more work on the other engine.
Yeah, glutton for punishment, you are, aren't you?
Yeah, and the week after it's going to be worse because when I do 34, Danno's at work, so I've got to do it myself.
Oh, goodness me. Right, okay. So, and yeah, that's that. So, obviously, if you want this model, pop along to Pat to, goodness me, can't get my words out tonight, to agoramodels.com. So, and the agoramodels.com is, oh, come on, bring it up. agoramodels.com website is on here. So, and yeah, you've got customer service at agoramodels.com or agoramodels.com for the Routemaster RM857. And yeah, it's still available. And the big news is it is now available as a complete pack. So if you wish to buy it as a complete pack, a one-off purchase, you can actually do that. You can get all 12 packs for a premium price, of course, and you can get it sent to you. And I do believe that it's free postage while the 30th of November, because we're having a Black Friday sale on. So go and have a word with the guys at agoramodels.com. So yeah, what can be fairer than that? It's going to be an absolute ace deal, is that, I can tell you. So yeah, so that's the whole pack. You can imagine that, can you? 12 packs, the whole pack in one go you could actually purchase. That's going to be an awful lot of building to do in one go, isn't it?
Yeah, well, somebody could do it as a marathon live build.
Yeah, they could do it as a marathon live build. Yeah, they could. Not me though, Dave.
No, not me.
I've got enough to do. So yeah, well, the question's been asked before. Would we do another one? Well, yeah, we'd do another one. Of course we would. We love it. We love the Routemaster, don't we? So, but yeah, no, it is now available as a complete pack. So you can purchase it on it with a one-off payment. Bang, 12 boxes will come through your door, and you could build the whole Routemaster in, well, if you worked at it 24 hours a day, you could build it within a week or a fortnight or something like that, could you? Something like that.
If you were on it more or less all day, every day, yeah.
All day, every day, yeah. So yeah, that's good.
Trouble is, it's got over 3,000 screws, and that's what slows you, dude.
It's just when you can't get lined up as well.
Once you hit that body work, oomph.
Well, you can't get them lined up as well, yeah, because obviously you've got to slow down when you hit the body work. So yeah, that's what's available there, and we have got Facebook groups as well, guys. So join the Facebook groups. There's a trailer running across the bottom now with all our Facebook groups on, and if you join there, there is a schedule that's in there that tells you what's happening on YouTube every week. So pop along there. If you're involved with either the Harshep Titanic or the Routemaster, or the Eddie Stobbart, or the Disney Doll's House, or the Volkswagen Camper, or the Rossi bike, or several other things, there is all the Facebook groups there that are with all the builds that we're doing. So pop along there and join up. It's all free to join. And then also running at the moment until the 9th of December is I think it's a joint venture between the Nexus and Partwork Upgrades and several other people. They've made a competition, not a competition, but like a prize giving venture where you could win an Oscar. So if your channel is liked that much on YouTube in this prize giving award ceremony, if somebody votes for you enough, you could actually win a YouTube Oscar or a Facebook Oscar from the voting public. So you'll see that going around both the emails and the Facebook groups. So please, again, just vote for whoever you like. If your category that you like is not there, please then in the other sections you'll see where you can actually post other sections. So if for instance my channel isn't in there, you could put DS Models and Vintage in the other section, or whatever you like. So, and you can vote for whoever you like, and it's all free of charge, of course, and it will all give us feedback over what we're doing as well, whether we're doing a good thing, a bad thing, whether you like what we're doing or whether you don't like what we're doing. So it'll give us some feedback, and that'll be more than helpful. So yeah, please get involved in that if you can. The Partwork Oscars. Okay. And goodness me, I've got so many things to think of. So Partwork Upgrades. If you want a power mod, if you want a dust cover, if you want a information leaflet to put in front of your model, if you want something that's attached to your model that's just one-off, go and have a look at partworkupgrades.com, and hopefully they'll have that for your model in store there. If not, and if it's going to be a popular thing, suggest it to Partwork Upgrades, and you never know, you might come away with your ideas being made actually into fruition for other modelers. So then also in my description below, we've got Peter Curtin. Peter Curtin makes all the stickers and the adverts for the bus, both inside the bus and outside the bus. And Peter can be it can be got by email only, please, at sdp.repro@gmail.com. And yeah, that's Peter Curtin's email, but that's in my description below as well. So if you want something one-off for your bus, other than the adverts that we're going to get, go see Peter Curtin via email only, and hopefully he'll be able to sort you out with one of them. And I think, goodness me, that's it for now. I'm absolutely shattered. So it's been a fantastic build. Thank you ever so much for joining in. And I'm going to just stop that banner now, because and then I'm going to go back to Brand and see if there's any more comments. Mark or Dave?
Right. Mario Rusby says, great show. Well done all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dee says, excellent jobs to Dave. Also, Mark and Geordie. Until tomorrow, good night. And to all in chat also. Horlix says, great work. Night all.
Thank you.
And Dee says, night, Alex.
Okay, thank you. Thank you ever so much, everybody. And yeah, thank you to Max Modz and Geordie Dave for helping me tonight with the chat. And as you can see, this is a popular program. We've had quite a few watching tonight and quite a few commenting, and that's really nice. It's really nice that we've got a lot of people following this build. So thank you ever so much for watching and commenting. And please leave with a like, a thumbs up, and yeah. Tap the bell notification as well when you subscribe to all our channels, which are in the description also. And if you tap the bell notification, you will find that you'll get a notification because you've tapped the bell notification of when one of us goes live next time around. So I'm going to let you two say your goodbyes, and then we'll run the end credits.
Okay, well, I'll go next. So it's good night from me. Thanks for having me on tonight, Dave. And yeah, I'll see you Tuesday for the Titanic.
And it's good night from me. Yeah, thanks for having us on, Dave. It's been I quite enjoyed it. And as I say, yes, I'll see everybody on Tuesday for the Titanic. So, night.
Okay, well, I wish you all a good night. Thank you ever so much once again to Max Modz and Geordie Dave for helping me out tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure having you both on board. Thank you very much. You've helped me a tremendously amount tonight. And thank you for everybody watching. And yeah, good night. Stay safe, everyone. And take care now till next time around. Bye-bye now.
Bye.